flu-like symptoms.
Human-to-human transmission.
Very serious public health threat.
The number of known infections has risen sharply.
4,500 cases.
1,000 people have died.
The headlines.
AI.
The viral demos.
Watch Canva code it for you.
AI writing essays, generating photorealistic images, even creating entire videos. It feels like we're living in a cycle.
Cost of living impact on you at home, first of all, and have a look at the oil prices, which, as Mark said, are already responding to this. Have a look at this.
February 28th, 2026, 9:45 a.m. Israeli missiles smash into the Ayatollah's compound in Tehran, killing Ali Khamenei and most of the country's senior leaders. Moments later, American strikes wipe out missile sites, naval bases.
We live in the world where events happening 1,000 kilometers away can still affect our daily life. A war in another region can increase the fuel price. A pandemic can disrupt the business and employment, while new technology can completely transform the way people work and the way people communicate.
Although these issues occur in different parts of the world, they all have one thing in common when they create economic challenges and opportunity for Malaysia. As a developing country that depends on international trades and global market, Malaysia is directly affected by major world events. Therefore, in this presentation, we will be discussing about three major global issues: the Middle East conflict, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the generative artificial intelligence.
The first issue that we will discuss is the ongoing conflict in the Middle East between Iran and Israel. Although Malaysia is not directly involved, the conflict affected the global market and created an economic consequences for the countries around the world.
For your information, the Middle East plays an important role in global oil production and international trade. As tensions continue to increase, concerns about energy security and market stability have also grown. This situation has affected fuel prices, government spending, and consumer behavior in many countries, including Malaysia.
So, the effect of this conflict can be observed in several areas of Malaysia's economy. Based on our findings, four key impacts have been emerged. The first one is global energy market shocks, inflationary pressure in Malaysia, fiscal impact on government, and the last one is economic awareness.
The first impact is the global energy market shock. The Middle East remains one of the largest oil-producing regions, and any disruption to oil production or transportation routes can create uncertainty in global energy markets. When tension increase, oil prices often rise because investors become concerned about future supply shortage. Since fuel is essential for transportations, logistics, and manufacturing activities, higher oil prices can increase business operating costs and affect the economic performance worldwide.
The second impact is inflationary pressure. As fuel price increase, transportation and production costs also rise. Businesses often transfer these additional expenses to consumers through higher price for goods and services. This contributes to higher cost of living and reduced household of purchasing power.
The third impact is the fiscal impact on government. To reduce the burden on citizens, government may introduce subsidies and financial assistance programs, which require significant public expenditure. Finally, the conflict has increased economic awareness among consumers. Rising living costs encourage households to become more careful with budgeting, saving, and financial planning. Other than that, it helped them to better manage financial uncertainty and prepare for future economic challenges.
So, to address the economic challenges caused by the Middle East conflict, there are two key recommendations. First is to promoting the diplomacy and negotiations. Second is to stabilizing energy supply through diversification and renewable energy development.
The first recommendation is to promote diplomacy and peaceful negotiations among the countries involved in the conflict. Diplomatic efforts can help reduce geopolitical tensions and restore stability in global markets, particularly in the energy sector. The second recommendation is to strengthen energy security by diversifying energy sources and investing in renewable energy such as solar and hydroelectric power. This initiative can reduce nations' dependence on import fossil fuels and improve resilience against future energy crises.
The next issue is COVID-19 pandemic. It is a global crisis that changed people's lives, affecting businesses, economies, and the way people work, schools, and communicate with each other.
The pandemic affected almost every aspect of daily life, from healthcare and education to business operations and employment. While it created serious economic challenges, it also accelerated important changes in technology and digitalization.
Besides affecting the public health, the COVID-19 pandemic also caused major changes to the Malaysia's economy. So our group analyzed that there is three major impacts that we need to discuss. So firstly is acceleration to the digital transformations. Secondly is unemployment and job losses. And lastly is impact on small and medium enterprise. The first impact is acceleration of digital transformations. The COVID-19 pandemic caused many business, schools, and government offices to use digital technology more quickly. People started to use online classes, online meeting, and online shopping, and digital payment in their daily life. As a result, Malaysian digital economy grew faster and people become more comfortable using the technology.
The second impact is unemployment and job losses. Many businesses experience declining revenues and operational disruptions, forcing them to reduce their workforce or temporarily suspend operations. Thousands of workers face retrenchment, salary reductions, and shorter working hours. The third impact is the effect on small and medium enterprise. Small businesses were among the most affected sectors because many faced declining customer demand, cash flow shortage, and supply chain disruptions. Some businesses were unable to survive prolonged restrictions and eventually ceased operations, affecting employment opportunities, business sustainability, and overall economic recovery.
As the countries move beyond the pandemic, the focus now is to build a stronger and more resilient economy. Several initiatives can help Malaysia to prepare for future challenges while supporting sustainable development. Our suggestion for this issue is economic transformation towards sustainable growth and promote social protection for vulnerable households.
The first recommendation is economic transformation towards sustainable growth through investment in innovation, digitalization, advanced technology, and green industries. These sectors can create high-skill employment opportunities and support long economic development. The second recommendation is to strengthen social protection program for vulnerable households. Financial assistance initiatives can help low-income families manage economic uncertainty and maintain their purchasing power during periods of financial difficulty.
So let's move on to the third issue, which is generative artificial intelligence or Gen AI, which is a rapidly transforming industry and a game changer for future work.
Generative AI allows machines to create content, analyze information, and automate tasks that previously required human effort. While the technology offers significant opportunities, it also introduces new challenges for workers and businesses.
As the adoption of generative AI continues to expand, the influence on businesses and the workforce become increasingly evident. Based on our analysis, there are three major economic impacts that can be observed, which is productivity multiplier, contribution to economic growth, and job displacement risks.
First impact is its role as a productivity multiplier. Generative AI enables organizations to automate repetitive tasks, analyze large amounts of information, and improve decision-making processes. This allows employees to focus on more strategic and creative responsibilities, increasing overall productivity and efficiency. AI technology are such being used in industries such as education, finance, healthcare, and customer service to improve operational performance and service quality.
However, the third impact is job displacement risk. As automation becomes more advanced, some routine and repetitive jobs may no longer require human workers. Individuals who lack in technical skills may struggle to adapt in changing labor market demands, increasing the risk of unemployment and widening the income inequality. Therefore, workforce adaptation is becoming increasingly important in AI era.
As artificial intelligence continues to advance, it is important to ensure that its benefits are fully utilized while potential risks are carefully managed. Several strategies can help Malaysia to achieve this balance, which is invest in generation AI to increase the productivity and upskill the workforce to adapt the AI transformation. The first recommendation is to invest in generative AI to improve productivity, innovation, and economic competitiveness. Government and business should support AI research, infrastructure, and responsible implementation across industry. The second recommendation is workforce upskilling. Workers should continuously develop digital, technical, and problem-solving skills through training programs and lifelong learning initiatives. This will help them adapt successfully to technological transformation and remain competitive in an increasingly AI-driven economy.
In conclusion, global issue continues to shape Malaysia's economic landscape in different ways.
The Middle East conflict, COVID-19 pandemic, and generative AI each present unique challenges and opportunity. Through effective policies, innovations, and continuous adaptations, Malaysia can strengthen its economic resilience and achieve sustainable growth in the future.